Hey, hey, sister. You are listening to the Confidence Chronicles podcast, episode number 26. Hola, hola. It's your girl, Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start reclaiming your confidence. Start standing in your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. I am here to remind you I'm a confidence coach and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hola, how are you? Welcome back, my darling friend. I am pumped. Always excited. I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling with a little bit of a breathing situation that's going on, and I don't actually know what it is. My husband keeps telling me, don't worry about what it is. Don't try to name it. Don't try to put focus and energy on it. Just breathe. I think it feels like an asthma / bronchitis type of thing. But anyway, we gonna get through it, y'all. And when I don't focus on it, I can just chat away and it's fine. So I am pumped because, first and foremost, I had a major cry this morning. And I need you to know this because if you're listening to the podcast, you may have reached out and sent me a message or shot me a review or, an email or a DM or something. And I just really, I know I say it all the time, but I genuinely, I had a fucking cry this morning because this girl from the UK wrote me. She's 18 and she just told me her whole story and about how the podcast is changing her life and helping her, and she's applying all the stuff. And another mother wrote me and told me about how it's changing her life. And I'm just like, oh my God. Y'all, I had no idea that the podcast would do this. Remember, I do this shit in my car when my kid is sleeping, and he's not in my car today, and I am in my husband's car again. Just finished coaching clients, and I'm just like, holy crap. I mean, to think that I was not going to do this, and the people that wouldn't have, taken from the experiences or the stories or the information and advice that I'm sharing, y'all, go for the shit you want to go for. And thank you for the messages. I deeply, deeply, deeply appreciate it. It makes me cry every time. I think I'll always cry. I'm just an emotional being, and I'm really deeply grateful. So thank you. Now, today's episode is all about freeing yourself from unnecessary suffering. Yay! How fun is this? And here's what I mean about this, right? There are things that happen to us, to all of us, right? I'll use my example as my husband when he passed away. My husband passed away when I was 23. We've been married 5 years, together 7 years. He died from a drinking and driving accident. It was very, I didn't know until maybe 3 p.m. He passed away at 1 a.m. Really crazy. I am going to tell a little bit about my story on the podcast. I promise I'm going to do a series because there are many lessons that I've learned that I think would help to share with you. So here's what happened. He passed away. It was crazy, traumatic, horrible, the worst experience of my life still to this day. And I healed a lot of it. And I still think of him. He's still around. I feel him all the time. And when I choose to think of him, hear what I just said. When I choose to think of him, I choose to think of the amazing things and the beautiful things and, the gorgeous memories that we had and the laughs that we had and how amazing he was. I don't choose to focus on me seeing him in a casket. I don't choose to focus on how traumatic it was when I heard the news. And I don't choose to focus on all of the details that happened from having to go to the morgue and identify him to having to go and do the embalming. I mean, literally, there is some shit that happened there that I literally do choose not to focus on when I think of my husband that passed away. When I think of Gio, I try to think of everything good. And I do miss him, but I don't go into my sad story about it. And here's why this matters for this episode. When I mean free yourself from unnecessary suffering, I mean suffering that you're causing to yourself. But how the hell am I causing myself suffering, Erica? With your mind? With your thoughts? With what you choose to focus on? You can focus on two things. I can focus on the fact that, poor me, life sucks, life's hard, my husband died, it's not fair, he was really young, he was amazing, he had his whole life ahead of him, he went to Iraq, and he didn't pass away in Iraq, and he shouldn't be passing away just from a car accident, blah, 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 all this stuff. I could go there. You see how I could go there, right? Or I could focus on the fact that I had true love. I loved him to death. He was an amazing man. We had great experiences together. I learned so much with him. We enjoyed ourselves. I can think of the happy times, the amazing, funny times. Everybody has a time to go. I will have my time. That was his time. It's beyond me. It's beyond you. It's beyond his family. It's some outer universal, spirit thing. How when and how we go, and when and how we come. It's not in my control. I can think about all the, amazing things that we had together. I can think about how blessed I am that I found a new husband, and how blessed I am that I have children, how blessed I am to have experienced that marriage. Does that make sense? Like, I can take two ways here. I can go that way, that's all negative and suffering. And the more I think about it, literally, like, here's the thing. Human beings, you and I, have the power to activate our bodies into the flight, fight, or run, that flight or fight system, which is high adrenaline, emergency mode. We have the power to activate our body to literally think it's fucking in a crisis by thought alone. We also have the power to activate all the happy hormones of oxytocin, endorphins, fucking serotonin, all the happy hormones we can activate in our body just by thinking a thought. I hope you understand that. Like, that is huge. The fact that it doesn't really need to happen in your life. You just have to think about it. Your body doesn't know the difference. So if you think about the most amazing fucking thing about you winning the lottery, about them calling you going, hey, you won the lottery, and you bought a ticket, and you won $1 million, and you're on the phone, and you're smiling, and you're like, holy fuck, I won the lottery, oh my God, are you serious? And you're thinking about, oh my God, who am I going to tell? What holiday am I going to go on? Am I going to quit my job? Well, I'm going to pay off my house, I'm going to buy a house. Like, you could sit there right now and pretend you won the lottery in your mind, and you will create all of these chemicals in your body, and your body literally starts living in a future that it thinks already happened. Yo, I could end the podcast right now. That shit is trippy, right? And you could also replay a hurtful, terrible, hard, nasty, sad, angry, bad memory from the past that you have memorized. Your body knows exactly how to feel that way because it's memorized in your mind and body. And well, guess what happens? Your body thinks it's going through it again. So every time you recall your past and you recall your trauma and you recall all the bad shit that's happened to you, you recall the past relationship you had and how he was an asshole, or how that didn't work out and how you fucked that up and how you were mean to your kids here or whatever, you bring back all of those emotions into your body. All of those chemicals get created, cortisol, adrenaline, fucking all the shitty chemicals we don't want to have. And your body thinks it's in fucking emergency mode and it's going through a traumatic loss. And it's just a fucking thought in your mind. So listen to me. I promise you I get it. Like, I promise you. People say to me all the time, oh, how do you I want to be a coach, or how do you start coaching? Do I need to go to school? I'm going to keep it real. I didn't go to a coaching school. My coaching school was my life. And I don't say that lightly. I get to fucking say that. If you haven't seen the story, you can go to my queenofconfidence.com, thequeenofconfidence.com, under About Me, and watch the video. It's on YouTube. You watch that story, listen to the story, hear about some of the details, it's not all of it, about what happened in my life. And I'm not saying poor fucking me. I'm so grateful that I had a crazy ass life. Because then guess what happened? I fucking spent like $50,000 to work on my shit. That's my degree. I spent the money to work on my own shit. I saw life coaches, fucking seminars, programs, business coaching, books, thousands of fucking money, dollars. I'm still paying it off in my fucking home loan, right? But let me tell you, it was the biggest, the most worth it thing in the world that I could spend my fucking money on is on myself. To repair my fucking mind and to heal all the crazy shit that happened to me in my past. And it doesn't matter if your crazy shit was a divorce, if your crazy shit was someone beating you up in fucking high school. It doesn't matter if your crazy shit was a miscarriage. It doesn't matter what your crazy shit was. It doesn't matter how big or small it was. It matters how did it affect you. Because the things affect us, right? And I'm not saying it's not important, but we choose in the future, today, right now, we choose to bring up a thought from the past of something that happened to us, and we create all the feelings in the now. And you don't have to do that. Does that make sense? It's a choice that we make. And of course, if I think about my husband, about how sad it was and how bad me, I kill him every day in my head. Every day he dies in my head when I think about that. I bury him every day. He passed away once. I don't need to fucking bury him every day. And Byron Katie, y'all know I harp on about this homegirl, but her book talks about it. It happened once. How many times in your head do you sexually abuse yourself? I got sexually abused. It didn't happen once, but it didn't happen 10 times. Do I have to think about it 10 times? And do I have to think about it every morning? Do I have to think about it every time I see a man or I see a figure that reminds me of that situation? I'm not saying it's easy, my friend. I know it's hard. But the number one thing you can do is heal your fucking past in order for you to move forward and create a future that you desire, not create more of the motherfucking same. Because remember, your body doesn't know the difference. So if you're used to thinking fearful thoughts, anxious thoughts, anxiety, living in stress, living in fear, and Joe Dispenza, this is a fucking actual tangible stat. 70% of the time we're living in stress. Our bodies are living in stress. And we are thinking about the worst case scenario happening to us. And then we are conditioning our body because you have a thought, which is thought in your head, in your mind, that creates a feeling. And the feeling is the emotion, sadness, anxiety, whatever. That feeling goes into your body. Feeling isn't in your head. Feeling is in your fucking body, in your heart, in your body. And what happens after you get a feeling? No matter what the thought is, it creates a fucking emotion. That emotion drops down chemicals into your body. Good or bad chemicals, they're fucking happening. And you become chemically addicted to feeling anxious, to feeling sad, to feeling like you need a glass of wine, to feeling like you're going to yell at someone because that's the reaction. And literally your body becomes the fucking past. You train your body to be the, what does he call it? The subconscious mind. And it's heavy, y'all. I'm telling you, if you want to know more about this, the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza, it's an amazing book. You can Audible it if you're busy and you don't have time to read. Please be honest with yourself. Don't be like, I'm going to read it, and then you don't fucking read it. Audible is the jam. I listen to books when I'm not doing podcasts here with you, and I get through like at least one book a month. And why am I telling you this? Because we have a choice. I just did a thing on Instagram about, I do a Q&A Tuesday every week. If you have a question, please send it. I do a Q&A Tuesday on Instagram and Facebook Live, and I talk about how to, on this one I talked about, it was a mother who sent me a question, and she said, I don't know who the fuck I am. I don't know what my point is, what my purpose is. Am I just a mom? My fucking life feels like Groundhog Day. I don't know who I am. What the fuck is the point? And I felt like that when Nava was little. Oh my God. It was like you get lost. You're cloudy because you're not who you were. You're someone new. And then you're someone new again. And that is a limited time kind of thing. Having a newborn is full on. Then it changes. Then he's crawling. Then it changes. Then they walk. Then it changes. Then they're fucking 20. And you're like, I wish I had them again, right? I get it, right? But in the moment, it's important. You feel like you don't know who the fuck you are, right? So I said to her, you can focus on how you can't do all these things because you have a newborn. You can't do this. You can't go there. You can't start your business. You can't work. You can't go out at night because you have to breastfeed. You can't do this. You can focus on all that. We know that there are things that are negative. We can find them easier than we can find the positive. And you sit there and focus on that shit, and what you focus on expands, and that's all you see. All in your reality is how bad your life is, how fucking victim you are, how shit your partner is, how bad life is, how broke you are, how fat you are, how this you are, all the nasty shit. And the crazy thing is, I know you don't want to feel that. I know that that's not what you want to focus on. But if you keep telling it how it is, if you keep talking about that, and then you call your friends, and then you start a fucking blog about it, and then you, that's what you're focused on, that's what you get more of. You can't see the other stuff. I do an exercise with my clients where we ask them what feeling do they want to feel. So what is the thing you desire? What's the feeling it's going to give you? Sorry, I'm in a fucking tunnel next to a truck. So let's say they desire a relationship. What's the feeling that it's going to give you? Love. I'm going to feel love. They desire more money. I'm going to feel free. They desire, what else do people want? To be skinnier or to be fitter. What's that going to give you as a feeling? I'll feel pretty. I'll feel sexy. And we go down the list. Okay, so what is it that you want? What is the feeling that it's going to give you? And then down on the right side of the feeling, where do you currently feel that now? Where can you feel sexy if you wanted to? Oh, my husband makes me feel sexy. Or I feel sexy when I dress up. I feel sexy when I buy a nice bra or a nice pair of underwears. Okay, cool. I feel sexy in red lipstick. Awesome. Where can you feel grateful if you wanted to feel grateful? Oh, well, I'm grateful for my arms and legs. Fuck, I'm grateful I got water. I'm grateful that I'm alive. Where can you feel blessed if you wanted to feel blessed? You get the point? You can go down the list, and you can literally pull all these feelings that you want to experience because of this thing you want, and you are currently already experiencing those feelings. The problem is you're not focused on how much you're experiencing those feelings. You are focused on the lack of what you don't have. And guess what? Lack attracts lack, y'all. I did a podcast called Do What You Can. I need to change the name because it's not getting that many listens. And that fucking podcast is gold. Especially if you're a mother. Especially if you're a fucking mother. That podcast is gold. I don't remember the episode number, but it's down there. It's down kind of at the beginning. Do what you can. Here's the thing. What do you want to focus on? Do you want to feel like shit and feel like you don't have what you want and feel like life is crap? Guess what? That's going to cause unnecessary suffering. You don't have to suffer. You get to suffer based off of what you choose to think. And I know it's hard to watch your mind, but if you're willing to do the fucking work, you can totally change how you feel about it. You can totally shift your mindset around, I don't have this, or, well, what do I have? Well, what can I do? What's working well for me? That's what I say to my mom all the time. She calls me, Erica, do you know, I got this hemorrhoid, I got this thing. Do you know, Erica, I don't know, I don't like this lady, blah, blah. And I'm like, Ma, what's going well for you? Tell me something good. She's like, oh, you know, and then she starts talking about church and whatever, and great. Like, shift your focus, Ma. Like, shift your focus out there. Focus on what you already have and how that makes you feel. And I promise you that will expand. You will get more of that. And fuck, let's pretend you didn't. You will, because that's how the law of attraction fucking works. That's how quantum physics works. Let's pretend you didn't. At least you would feel motherfucking better, right? You're going to feel better. Don't you want to feel better? Or do you want to sit in unnecessary suffering, which sucks ass? We don't want to do that. So I hope this is of service to you. If you are in Melbourne, a little reminder. I don't know. Actually, I haven't said it on here. But if you're in Melbourne and you are interested in being a part of our sisterhood, holy shit, next year is going to be huge. We're going to do 6 live events in Melbourne, full days. It's going to be my version of a Tony Robbins UPW, but with me saying fucking vagina and dancing around and doing all the stuff I do on the podcast with a bunch of women. You're not going to walk on fire, but we're going to do cool shit. So if you're interested and you want to know more about it, please head to the website, thequeenofconfidence.com. Unfortunately, it's just Melbourne because I got babies and I can't fly around Australia right now. But if you want to fly from another part of Australia, you are so down to do so. It's going to be a great community. We're going to rise up together. We're going to lift each other up. And to be honest, when we fall, which happens, when we feel shit, when we feel like life is hard, that's when the community is going to fucking uplift you. It's not just about, oh yeah, we're going to celebrate our wins. Sometimes we need to hold each other accountable and allow the bad shit that's happening in our life to fucking flow through us and feel like we got people holding space for us. Because we all go through the same exact shit. All of us, y'all. So, if you want to know more about that, head over to thequeenofconfidence.com. Early Bird is coming soon. It's ridiculous. Like, I made it so available to mothers, to people who are struggling, to people who don't have a lot of money, because I really want to help the community. I want this shit to go off. I want to work with you. I want to high-five you and hug you in person. So if you're down, hit me up. Thank you once again for the podcast, for listening to it, for sending me your beautiful comments. Thank you for dealing with my crazy-ass wheeze, even though hopefully you could hear most of this. It's just, you hear that? That shit's crazy. But see how I got through this without focusing, and I was fucking amazing? And I am focusing on the fact that I will be well and that this shit's going to go away. I ain't taking medication. It's going to be awesome. I love you so damn much. Thank you for listening. I can't wait to check in with you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your time, your ears, your support, your love, your questions. Please connect. If you would love to send me a voicemail, you can do so on Anchor, or you can head over to Instagram at The Queen of Confidence or Facebook at The Queen of Confidence and hit me up. Or if you're not on Facebook or Instagram, email me, y'all. My email is erica@thequeenofconfidence.com. I cannot wait to hear from you. I thank you. I love you. This podcast is for you. Go out there and be great, y'all.